Hey all, this is Carla, and this time I'm here to do a review on episode 23 of season 4 of the TNT show Major Crimes. This episode is actually the season finale for season 4, and it's titled Hindsight Part 5. Before I say anything, I just want to say I might cough a lot through this review. I've got a little bit of a cough right now, so I'm sorry in advance. If I have to stop over and over to cough a little bit, I hope that's not too annoying for you guys. As far as the episode itself goes, you guys know that I've been loving this hindsight arc that they've been doing. I thought it was a really great idea, and I have to say I really like the way it ended too, because I almost thought I had it all figured out. When this episode started, I sat there and I'm like, oh, I know how it's going to end. Yeah, sure. Of course I do, but nope, I didn't. I love this show when they make me think, I think I'm being smart because I think I'm reading between the lines, and then they're like, nope, we were hinting at this other thing that you hadn't actually thought of yet, and they totally pulled this one on me, because and if you've been listening to my reviews for this show, for this arc, you will know that I was totally convinced that Hickman's wife had something to do with it. She was probably the killer. I was so convinced of that. And as this episode kind of progressed, I was actually even more convinced of it, because it was, the whole thing with the fact that she knew his passwords and he never logged out of his computer and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's her. Let's just make it official, say that it's her. And then, I was so convinced that it was the wife that I never even thought that it might be the other wife. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I freaked out when I realized that. I knew before they revealed it, still, the couple scenes earlier, because as soon as she gave Julio the gloves, and he started looking at them and kind of stretching them, and there was powder flying out. I'm like, oh my god, cornstarch on the drugs. This is awesome. My mind kind of blew at that point, because I never expected it to be her. You know what I mean? And I think at the point that I really started realizing that it might not be Hickman's wife was when they pointed out that Hickman, when he was stalking the DDA, when he was stalking her, it wasn't just because he wanted to get back together with her, but more because he wanted to know who she had left him for. And I don't know if I just missed that crucial bit of information in previous episodes or what, but somehow through my entire watching of this arc, it had never occurred to me that she had left him for another guy. Which, knowing her history, kind of made sense, I guess. But as soon as they said that, I'm like, damn, it's gonna be the bodyguard, isn't it? And at that point, I kind of had my suspicions, but then the gloves thing came up, and I'm like, god damn, it's her! It's her, and they totally had me fooled for a second there. I still don't feel stupid because I figured out that it was one of the wives. I just never thought to assume it was the other one. So I kind of love the show for that alone, because it kind of blew my mind. So I was really happy with that reveal. I actually really liked it. It sucks for Julio because he was finally opening himself to another person after his wife died. And even though she turned out to be a murderer, she did help him in a way, because she helped him, this whole thing with the doctor and closure. And I thought it was nice that he gets to move on in his own way. It sucks that he had to move on with a murderer, but at least he found out about the truth before it got too serious. So I like that. Feel sorry for Julio again, but what can I say? I also really like that Amy didn't get fired, because I was really worried for a while there, about her, because she basically disobeyed orders. But I guess it makes sense that if Tao gets a pass for, jumping Hickman in the lobby, then yeah, she can also get a pass. And her, teacher's pet mentality kind of helped because she recorded everything, and she could sort of use it as a consult, I guess, in a way, because he did have some insight that they needed, even though the LAPD kind of refused to acknowledge that he might actually have information that they could use. So if you see it not so much as a witness, but more as a suspect, she was kind of trailing him as a suspect, so she was taking notes of everything he said, writing them down and everything, so it could work in trial. I doubt they'd call him to the stand after the last time he messed it up, but still, she already has everything written down, so they can use it, I guess. So I really like that. I was very worried about Amy, and I don't want them to touch her in any way because I like Amy and I think she's great. So it's good that, she was, she actually managed to get out of that unscathed, and with her job. That was great. I also really liked the way they solved the Rusty thing, because I was so scared that his mother would turn out to be lying again and using him again, and I think he's just had enough of that. I love Rusty so much. He's my little cinnamon bun, and I just don't want him to hurt anymore. And now that his mother was kind of on the up and up, I didn't want her to relapse and just do the same thing to him over and over again. First because I like him. I love him as a character. He's adorable. I love him and I don't want him to hurt. And second, because it's been done before and you don't want it to be repetitive, I also kind of like the way that Sharon sent him on his way to, get the information from Gary, because Rusty has the tendency of doing things without consulting Sharon about it. So this one time that he was actually not, attempting to do anything because it might actually ruin the case for Sharon, Sharon actually was able to tell him, no, go ahead, go talk to him, This is the one case, because Gary was stupid enough to not ask for a lawyer. So I really like the way they solved it. And then the ending, with Provenza, the wedding, I think it was just so cute. He's kind of adorable. He just rushes in with his hat and his tuxedo. He's so cute. And I really like that they ended the season on a positive note, on a happy note. This show, it's so my happy show. You know what I mean? It's like, I really love it that these people actually seemed like a team and everybody was there for the wedding, supporting Provenza and Patrice. And I love the little tidbits that they had to say. Like, Andy's like, Provenza really, really loves weddings. That's why he has so many of them. This is gonna be the last one, I'm sure. So, I'm just really happy. I really like the way they ended it, came full circle, and I'm glad that they're renewed for a 5th season. So, it could have been a series finale if they wanted to, but they have a 5th season upcoming, so they can just start up again. And I think this idea of doing like 5-episode arcs is really good, so I hope to see more of that in the next season. I think it was really awesome, and if they can come up with a complex enough plot for next season, I would love to see another one. I really like the story arc, and I think many other shows could benefit from not just having one to be continued episode, but just a whole arc about one thing, because it makes it really intense, and then the payoff, it makes you feel so good that they actually solved this case, not just for Tamika and her kid, but also for all the murders previous to that. So I thought that was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great season finale. Tugged at my heartstrings, and just loved the entire arc, really. Thought it was really good. So, yeah, that's it from me. But this episode, as usual, don't forget to visit our website at thegeekypub.com. We have reviews not just for the previous Major Crimes episodes, but also for other TV shows, books, movies, games. We have a ton of stuff in there, so be sure to visit and check it out. And if you like our reviews, then you might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that's usually where our reviews go first. Most of the time, even before they hit the website, they're up on YouTube. So if you don't want to miss anything we upload, you want to subscribe to our channel. And that's it from me today. I will see you guys in my next review. Bye.